All right, cool.
Right.
All right, well, I appreciate you taking this time to get on the call with us. We just want to, I'm going to start recording this call as of now. And this is about the updates for cloud. You know, there's a lot of people out there questioning what's going on. So we wanted to, you know, let people know that, hey, we are in the technology industry. Things happen in the technology industry.
Yep.
Things move slow and fast, but we on pace and we're on track. We just want to rebuild the confidence of our members and let them know that, you know, we're here for the long run. And we do have Mr. DeVoe coming on the call pretty soon, but we're just going to go ahead and kick it off. This is Master Jamil here with the AI Global Legends team and part of Cloud 2.0. As you guys see, I'm repping it hard. I got Mr. Ronald I, the mogul. There you go. There we go. There we go. So appreciate you, Ronald, coming on board. I'm going to go ahead and let you start it off, my man.
Okay, so basically there are a few things that we are doing now in order to resolve the current issues for the future as well, and also to go into to clear the regulatory issues that we're having in the Eastern Europe side and maybe the US side as well. So one of the things that we're going to do is to actually combine Cloud SIM and Jarvis to upgrade it to become Jarvis 2. So what happened now is CTOs are now data tokens. All right. If you were to put in a SIM card, you actually be burning CTOs. Okay. And the CTOs can only be accumulated when you actually have a subscription with Cloud SIMs. So Jarvis 2.0, when you actually do a subscription for 1 year, which is the same like using 500 USDT, it's just like the minimum to actually come in. And you'll be given X number of CTOs based on whatever Jarvis 1 is, okay? So there's no difference over there. The only difference is it gets burned off if you were to use the Cloud SIM, right?
Okay,
now,
so let me make sure I understand. Once you put in the SIM card in the US, you're going to start using your cloud tokens to pay for the SIM card usage? Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Right. So now
there Cloud 2.0, and there is still the Jarvis that we have. The Jarvis 2.0. I'm sorry.
No, Jarvis 2.0 is going to be this, right? So all the existing members from 1.0 will be upgraded to, so that we can conform to the regulatory regulations.
Okay.
Okay. So now, when we actually move on to this, which means that your CTOs now are actually utility tokens used within the Cloud SIM network, the cloud network, right?
Okay.
You can't do conversions within the wallet itself. So we are actually giving up our SDK to a third party called Ribbon OTC. OTC called Ribbons.
You broke up a little bit. You said something about you can't do the conversions inside the wallet. And
the wallet itself is only for storage and for service for services. Okay, you can use it within the ecosystem. The wallet is the ecosystem itself. All right. Anything that does with conversion, withdrawal is still within the system itself, but with conversion, we actually have a third party called Ribbons, which is the OTC that is going to host the many different type of cryptocurrencies that's available, Ethereum or whatever, plus CTOs as well.
Oh.
Now, Ribbons itself has two portions of it. One is the crypto side, the other one is the fiat side. Okay? The crypto side itself, you can still remain anonymous because you're doing everything anonymously. But for the fiat portion, okay, you need KYC. It's because the company itself is going to buy and give you liquidation in fiat. Okay, whatever local currency that you want. Currently, we only handle US dollars, so it's going to be only that. Okay, that is only when we have our CESA license already on hand. Okay, so for the first part of this Ribbons OTC, it's only for crypto only for now until the CESA license comes in. Okay,
we already have the CESA license and we just wait.
We need to have it on hand to actually then only to open up. So basically what happens is all conversions, when you actually click on convert, it sends you out to the OTC, whereby you will be putting up an order for for sale. All right, okay. And the other members itself, when they click on the top up button for their cloud SIMs, they will go to the OTC to check where they can buy from.
Okay.
All
Okay,
right.
so
So
let me make sure I'm clear on this. So if you want to go ahead and sell your CTOs on the exchange, do you got to wait for a buyer, or is it going to automatically be able to be sold?
Okay, the company itself will buy anything less than the actual market value. So that's also how one way we can actually clear off the tokens. So for example, the price itself is let's say 5084, right? Okay, and if someone were to put in let's say a 5000, the company will pick it up. If they put it at 5084, we'll pick up whatever is less and then move it up the chain this way. So the system will do it like that. Okay, the price itself is determined by still the assets. So it's all up to the user. It's all up to P2P to actually do it. Okay, peer to peer. Nothing to do with us trying to do anything with this. So it's not an exchange whereby you can pull the price down and so on and so forth. So there's no effect really on that. The only thing that will affect the data that you get from the CTO is the price of the data that we are actually bulk buying from the operators. So that's the only effect of it. So we're still coming up with the pairing of what CTO is. CTO equals to how much of data. So we are doing that. So CTO now you have a price in US dollars or USDT, but what you're going to get is CTO will be a data. Then you can actually have a correlationship. How much is 1 megabyte? How much is 1 terabyte? How much is 1 petabyte, for example? So all this will be there. Okay. And this is actually a subscription-based model. Okay, so you subscribe to the service. Also, there's a PDBA that you need to sign. There is a ULR that you need to sign, and there's a terms and condition that is coming up. We just got the TNC and the ULR and the PDBA from the lawyers today. So we are actually implementing all this into the system that's coming up. So all this will be listed and will be done for on the next upgrade. Okay, the OTC, I'm hard at work at it. I'm trying to finish it up as soon as possible. So the members itself can actually go through the OTCs to actually do the liquidation. They can actually start to post their the sale all online itself. Okay, so this is what we are doing, and we are rushing out. Okay, we believe that the market is now in fear. Okay, because there are a lot of pending withdrawals, they can't get it, and so on and so forth. Not everybody is rich, so they need to convert sometimes to survive. We understand this fully. Right. So that's why we are still here. We are helping out members in need to actually clear off whatever they need to clear. Okay, and for those leaders who are panicky and want to move on, okay, we tell them that, okay, yeah, you can move on, no problem. But if you're trying to spread fear among the networks itself, no, we will not give you any support anymore. So that's a very clear status. Our position is very clear. Okay, we're here to stay. We have a plan for 3 years' time to grow the consumer network or the users network. We have a plan to actually grow the partners network. We have a plan to actually grow the merchant network as well. For the last 10 days or less than that, about less than 10 days in Taiwan itself, many things has progressed on. We're going to sign up with a few of the Taiwan's biggest supermarket chains, okay, to get their cash vouchers. We're trying to actually sign up with 7-Eleven over on the site to buy their cash vouchers, and also certain other jewelry, diamond retails. So we're starting with all these retails first. We are actually moving with all of this is because these are the most cash intensive merchants there are in the country itself. As I said, that we are preparing for the Lunar New Year for the Chinese, which is very important. Most of them they will need liquid, they will need money, right? So once we work with these merchants itself, all these merchants becomes a cash point whereby our merchants can actually go there and sell their Ethereums or Bitcoins or whatever they have to get cash, just like a bank, and also to buy or sell CTOs through the merchants itself. The merchant itself now, on a normal payment gateway basis, they are paying transaction fees. Okay, if let's say for example you're in Taiwan, you're paying line I think up to about 15% or so. I'm not sure how much, but I know you pay a certain amount. If it's a Master and Visa, it's about maybe about 2% or so. So there's a lot of things that you need to pay for each transaction. But the way we work is, because we are actually taking the asset itself to be sold on an OTC, there is a 1% buyer and seller revenue. Okay. The 1% goes to the merchant itself, means that they're getting money instead of them paying money, right? And the networker that actually, or the network marketer, or the partner that actually signs up the merchant itself, they will get 0.5. So this is just a reward basis, okay? And it's all based on the, for the merchant itself, they will get it in fiat currency, because the most important thing for a merchant is liquidity, because they have to, their suppliers use fiat to actually trade, right? Not crypto. So for the 1% that actually goes back to the merchant, it's all in fiat and it's in their bank account. That's why we need our CSR license to be up. Okay, the merchant in, let's say, Taiwan, okay, when they actually process the sale of the cryptocurrency to render that service, it hits the CSR Philippines side, okay, to do the trade. The tax is being paid, okay, and the net actually is being sent to the bank account that belongs to the merchant.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's direct. Right.
No middleman.
So there's no middleman. Unlike we pay, line pay, or whatever pay, there's a middleman that actually does that conversion. But this one, there's no conversion. It's direct end to end.
Wow, powerful.
Right. So that's what we actually been working on for the merchant program itself. So that will be very interesting, because now marketers or partners itself can have a different or line of a revenue, not just only from Jarvis itself. Now, anyone goes to the merchant and do a payment, you get 0.5.
Wow. Every single time.
Every single time.
So it's almost like a cashback you're basically getting, similar.
CTO or no?
You don't get the cash back, but this is a trade. When you take Bitcoins and you sell it on an OTC, the platform earns 2%, right? So instead of me earning the 2%, I'm just giving the 2% out back to everyone.
Right.
Okay, so what do I earn? So the question will be, what does the OTC earn, right? Remember, there's only 1.5 given out. There's a 0.5.
Right.
The 0.3 is actually paid and shared by all three parties, all right? The 0.38% for tax is being shared by all parties, okay? That is a regulation, because we need to tax on whatever that's coming in. So all three parties shares this tax, and the end result is all of us will get the same equal amount. Okay, so the OTC will earn from the other 0.5 itself. Okay, as the service rendered. Okay, so that is how the system is going to be running for this moment. Now, there is also another part of this OTC that is really, really cool. Okay, because it's a peer-to-peer, right? And there's a peer-to-peer site which can be deemed anonymous. It's like, for example, Sherman deals with you, right? And both of you just you'll be able to communicate, to talk to each other, saying that, okay, what do you want to be trading? Okay, maybe like 10 BTC for a for a car or something like that. Okay, you can discuss and you can just do the trade itself. All right,
and that'll be on the platform.
Yeah, it'll be on the platform. It's entirely up to you guys, and there will be a dual rating system whereby you can rate each other. Okay, each of the system will be counting how many of transactions you have done. Okay, and the more transactions you have done, the more good ratings that you get, okay, will determine that you are a good trader.
So cloud will basically
OTC.
become like an escrow then for that.
Yeah, we are the escrow to actually hold the funds if there is something like that needed. Okay? So if it's not needed, then it's not needed. If it's needed, then it's there.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting. Let me ask this question. It's interesting you said that. So both Jarvises will stay, right? We'll continue.
No, all 1.0 will be upgraded to 2.
Okay. So basically, it's the same. It's just that the verbiage sounds slightly different. Is what it
Yes,
sounds
we
like
have
to
to
me.
term it differently. It's because now instead of you giving me as investment, I'm taking it as a subscription. Okay, it's no different than how telcos are doing it now, right? When you want to buy let's say from T-Mobile iPhone, right? They will charge you if you were to spend $300 with me every month. Okay, you get the phone for free, but subscription is 1 year.
Right. Makes sense.
So mine is very simple. You pay me 500 subscription for 1 year. I'll give you data. You pay me 1,000. You pay me 1,000 for 1 year. I give you more data. And if you bring a friend that gives us 1,000, all right, that is under you, I'll give both of you more data.
More data.
So is it different than anything that T-Mobile is doing?
No.
Become the T-Mobile.
Now, liquidation-wise, though, if an individual were to
It
convert
is out of our system.
out of the system, so
Yeah,
everything will
to
go
be a
straight
system.
to OTC.
It goes to Caesar. This wallet is kept clean because it's just a ecosystem.
Makes sense. So you're outsourcing the conversion for the OTC, and then when the Caesar license comes, they'll be able to go into fiat as well if they so choose to.
Yeah.
Is that going to be available the next week, or is that going to take longer? With
Fiat
just
is going
OTC
to will take some time because Fiat the module needs to connect to the banks. We have 4 banks to connect to, so that will be a bit more difficult. It will take some time, so it's about mid-November or so. We're trying to get it up before the end of the year, so that when the holiday season comes, everyone can actually have cash ready.
Yeah, because when that Chinese New Year kicks in, it's over with. These guys aren't able to put their hands.
Not just that, you have your Boxing Day, then you have your New Year coming up and things like that. So we want to actually rush it for this particular time.
Now we're going to continue to use the same trading model we're doing, right? So
it's exactly the same,
exactly the same. So there's no issue with, because I'm getting tons of people. Some of my leaders are running around chasing behind Torque. We're not going to be affected by the snap bots and everything that they're being used by both companies.
We use Torque. We use the same engine.
I know it's the same engine. So there's no conflict. There's no issue with them.
Yeah.
They're going to continue to support us with the bots and everything. No difference.
The thing is, if you trust Torque, then you should be the same because we are using the same thing as well.
That's what I keep telling people. That's why I didn't understand why people are interested in jumping to Torque. I'm like, Cloud is using the same thing, and plus you're getting all these additional features. I don't understand why people are.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Torque is just Torque, Torque is it's like Binance.
Right.
And
exactly.
Binance have a referral.
Exactly.
So I stop people from saying that Binance is different from me. I trade in Binance, right?
Yeah.
So
it doesn't make sense. People are not being logical is all it is. They don't understand. Because I told him, I said, dude, why would you leave from here? Ronald is telling you this is the same. He's been very open with us. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's so frustrating. That's why I'm so glad when this component will be done with clearing out these transactions so they speed back up. Because once that's fixed, there's nothing anybody can say at that point.
Yeah. So basically, we are trying to fix it in more than just only one problem to solve. Because when you look at cloud itself, right, the only problem that's affected us now is fear. The fear that people will lose their money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They know where the money is coming from. They know that it's coming from all these trading engines, which is already available. Right. So you know that there's something coming in. Right.
Yeah.
So the second thing is, I can't get my withdrawals. I can't do this. I can't do that. We already told everybody what's happening. Right. Yeah. We are being attacked by blah, 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 and it's happening this way. So we're trying to solve the whole situation by simply pushing all these things out. Okay. Adding all the features that we need to push out, trying to be as legit as possible as a company, okay, so that we can move on. So
absolutely,
that's the thing that we need to do.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you say that the rest of the competitors they have the MLM license or they have some trading license, come on,
Yeah.
When you actually come to the end of the whatever the legislators are looking at, okay, what are you selling? Are you selling anything?
Yeah.
We are an ASP. We are an application service provider. We have a fintech license. We have an MVNO license, right? That is the product, right? And we're using that. So, we're no different than an airline.
Just doing rewards. I mean, I'm glad that these things are happening because, I mean, you have to, people don't understand that you have to get everything as clean as possible. And that's, if you want it to last, you have to know that there's these components that have to be set up and they have to be executed. And so I'm glad to hear this because that's what my concern was. I'm like, how are we going to be able to maintain this without, if people are going to be trying to attack the structure? I was like, listen, you guys can run around all these different companies. I said, bottom line is that Ronald's provided wealth to many of you guys just in the last 5 or 6 months. I mean, a lot of people made a lot of money already. So even like Luigi, I'm like, dude, I was like, what could you be complaining about this man? You've made a fortune here with this man. So why wouldn't you want to give him 2 weeks to fix everything? I'm like, this is just backwards. So this, I'm glad that we're hearing this because the people need to understand that this is going to last. Everything's going to be fixed either way it goes. You're going to be able to cash out, okay? And people just have to be able to relax. As long as the leaders can absorb that and continue to build instead of letting all this fear and foolishness run them around in circles, because that's you have to know now, seeing this yourself, that fear moves everything in this industry. It's so weird. Nothing moves on logic, Ronald. I want to just be very clear on that. People get paranoid and people freak out and they run and they don't even think about what they're doing until, you know, sometimes after they've withdrawn, right? So we're going to make sure that people are very clear that this, I believe this is going to last for, who knows, it could last 10, 15, 20 years. Who knows, it could last a lifetime because the model makes sense. I mean, going into it with this SIM card component in mind is genius. I have to tell you that. It's genius because that will allow us to have stability. You can reach 40, 50 million people with these SIM cards because everybody has to have a phone with a SIM card no matter what. And the privacy that it allows by not having a phone number is just on the next level. So that is an easy thing to sell as long as we continue to earn CTOs and we're able to work them through the OTC. And man, this could go on for decades like this because cellular provision, cell phones are not going anywhere. They're going to continue to be here. People are just going to want more privacy. And that, I think, is going to be the golden thing for us right now.
Yeah. So that's only one of the things that we're doing. The second thing that we're doing is to change the CTO to be able, everybody said that ORE or CTO is not on the public chain. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to actually pack ourselves to ERC 777. So the standard allows us to actually do web hook calls. All right. So now when your smart contract can do smart hook calls, we are able to actually do a shadow on our chain. So we can be on Ethereum as well.
Oh, this is going to be very interesting.
Oh, okay. So there's one thing that we're actually looking on. And once we do that, you're able to send it to your own wallets and things like that. So we don't need to do much. We just do a shadow on our side, and it's going to be very fast. But there's a catch to this. 777, you have to use double gas because it has to process both sides.
Oh, they'll pay. They'll pay. Let me tell you something, Ronald. They'll pay for it. Let me tell you something, brother. I'm in the field. That would be genius. It's on 777. Let me tell you, that would be genius. Because one, people don't mind paying when they can get fast access. Yeah, right. Says, people will pay. As long as they got access, they'll pay. I don't care if the gas was triple. Because I'm talking to the field right now. I know what people are thinking. And they'll have the capability to bring it to their own wallet. Oh, brother, we could bring in millions of people quickly.
Yeah, so basically, we're trying to push the fear out of us having said that the wallet's going to close down and so forth. All right, you can continue getting your CTOs in the form of ERC 777s back into whatever wallet that you want to use. All right, but the cloud wallet is going to be a super wallet by itself with the whole ecosystem built onto it. Okay. It's like Apple having a phone, and Apple actually creates a wall garden of applications which you can actually tap onto. Then they actually created Apple Pay for you to actually spend on all the merchants, right? Then now they're actually adding eSIMs into their phone, so they're trying to become an operator. They come up with their own credit card. All right. So this sounds a bit like what we have already.
Right. We got our own.
So in 3 years' time, that's why I say we need to get about 100 million customers that uses the cloud SIM. So we are the largest MVNO in Southeast Asia. We are the second in the world. Next under Vodafone. Vodafone is about 300 million. So we are 100 million. We're second. All right. But for us, we are going to capture about 20 million merchants itself around the world. Okay. And 1.5 million partners, which are network marketers, are servicing the 20 million merchants itself. All right. We are the second largest one. Now, if 3 years' time Apple makes it, right? Who would want to actually just buy and be there with them?
Yeah.
There are many companies I can think of, right? And what are we worth then? So, as I said before in Taiwan, I say now the same thing as well. It doesn't matter what the price of CTO is now. One CTO token equals to one share in the company.
Oh, wow.
Makes sense.
If my PE is 50 times.
Let that sink in. Huh?
Let that sink in.
Let that sink in.
I'm clear. Makes sense to me.
We have an exit plan. We know what we want. It's not going to be a 10 years program, right? I'm not sure whether I can last for 10 years, right? So it's the short-term thing, 3 years. We just want to build this thing and become the largest one and make sure that at least 1,000 of us, okay, within the whole network itself can live quite well.
Yeah.
To do
makes sense.
more things.
Say no more. Oh, I'm already sold. I didn't need to hear anything else. Once you explain about the 777, I understand what time it is. Because see, that will, by being able to put it onto a trackable chain, it's just going to eliminate any excuses people could have about the platform, just period. The things that you're saying are just, you're just basically tightening up you're dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's the way that you're doing it right now. And this is what this is what a professional businessman does. And this is how I have the highest level of respect for you. Because I can tell when there's this person who's just doing something operationally to run a scam and somebody who's running a legitimate business. And you would not be going through these kinds of modifications that you're talking about and making these partnerships if there was something wrong with the company. So people need to understand that the vision is already being operated on. Everything you're doing is what you're supposed to be doing. I mean, you can't have everybody's going to be thinking that they're going to try to come and compete against us. But I told my friends, I said, listen, if you leave cloud, you're chasing companies. What I'm chasing right now, I'm running with a pioneer. So I'm not worried about where you're going, because wherever people are saying to get all these companies on us, I said, listen, you guys are listening to all of these guys telling you they got matching companies, these X's and all that shit. I said, brother, listen to me. Ronald is a brainchild pioneer. I have heard nothing from any of these other people that are trying to sell me on these other operations that's remotely close to the vision that I heard in cloud. Period. It's not even the same atmosphere. So some of us are going to stick no matter what we hear. No, it doesn't make a difference. We're going to go all the way with cloud.
All the way?
We'll go all the way. You don't worry about us going nowhere. I know what anybody else is doing. But me and this guy right here, we riding this all the way to the finish line. Period. Got my mind made up. So trust me, you got dedicated warriors with you. You will not be alone, my friend. I can promise you that. You will not be alone. You answered my question, so I know what to expect. So you think all this is going to happen and roll out probably within the next week or two?
I'm trying to complete the OTC part of it because all the engineers are actually working on it. We're trying to get it out as soon as possible, hopefully within the designated time, which is within this 3-4 days. So we're all trying to get this thing ready. That's why most of my time I will spend doing the architecture and the smaller modules, and also one of the key feature that we're trying to push out, which is with the ERC 777. So these are the things that we're actually trying to do, hopefully, and get everything ready. A bit busy now, of course, less vocal on Facebook, but I'll try to help as much dedicated leaders. I don't care whether you're C1, C2, or whatever you are. Okay, as long as you grow the network, you are helping the network. Yeah, we will help.
Okay.
I'll try to spend my time, rather spend my time with people that is really genuinely interested in what we are doing, rather than just money. There are many. S block, as I said, it's already $16 today. It'll go S block, right?
Right.
I sent you that account number for that other account. I know they said they're gonna put you said you're gonna put like a tracking number or something on there for that account. But I sent you that already. But brother, we're gonna build. We're gonna build. Period. We're not gonna waste any time. We've been building, but we're really gonna build much faster. I brought in 1,000 personal so far. But by January, we're going to try to take that to 10,000. I'm going to turn this thing up. I think we got something special here. We don't want to compromise this under any circumstance.
Right. So let's get this thing wrapped up, man. I appreciate your time, Ronald.
Okay.
Man, you're a genuine person. We love your transparency and your leadership, and you're a great visionary. And we're here rocking with you, my man. We locking oars with you.
Absolutely.
I am with the Korean team actually.
Right now?
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Where they at?
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
Nice. Well, I appreciate you.
인도네시아.
美国.
아, 미국.
Hey. You guys got a love cloud, man. We got people all over the globe.
All over the globe.
Man. Listen, man.
Cloud 2.0, baby.
Let me tell you, if you're not in cloud, you're making a big mistake, man. It's going to come back to bite you. You're going to be fooling around one of those Ponzi schemes. You guys going to run off with all your money, man. We're going to still be in cloud, getting ready for the next level. So, team.
Lace your boots up, you guys. Put your seatbelts on. We're getting ready.
Absolutely.
To roll.
So, I got to get off now. So, stay frosty. Okay, bye.
Yes.
Blessings.
Bye.